Recording. See, I told you we were recording. Hey, everybody, how's it going? Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channel. We have family networking going on. This happens the second Thursday of every month, and our goal is to try to find ways to help people. Okay. And talk to each and every person, get to learn each other, learn about each other, and offer stuff to individuals who are out there. We invite you to join us if you are a professional, if you run a business, if you run a nonprofit, if you're looking for employment, or if you're hiring. We're asking you to come and join us to make a difference in someone's life, because our thoughts are you should never shut up because someone needs to hear what you have to say. We have a couple new guests today. Well, we have one new guest right now, and she has a wonderful program. And Haley, we're going to give you 2 minutes to please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and we're going to go from there.
Thank you so much. Thank you for allowing me in this time and space. I'm Halle, pronounced like hallelujah. So it's Halle. Thank you for the
Say it,
introduction.
hallelujah.
Right. That makes it easy for people to remember when you say Halle, like hallelujah. So yes, I'm a health span coach. What that means, a lot of people ask me, what's a health span? Well, there's a difference between a health span and a lifespan. With health span, you add quality to the number of years you have in your life. But a lifespan is just the number of years where you can be dragging through your day, be in diapers and walkers in pain, popping up medication, or midday just pick up stimulants. And think it's okay to just get it if you're aching or have a headache, you think it's okay. I like usually guiding a lot of high performers because I was one, I worked in the corporate world as a paralegal, legal secretary, and executive assistant. And because of that, I know that we go like full blast, burning the candle at both ends. And then when it's time for our family, friends, or for ourselves, we're burned out. So I'm here to guide and make it simple and easy with simple action steps, like guides that have a guideline that's one page with things on it. Let's say for flu, what you can do so you don't get the flu or the cold, for morning action plan, 5 things you can do to get up with that energy, that zest of a 4-year-old, or an evening action plan where you can wake up, energize and sleep peacefully and deeply. So I make it simple and easy with my guidance, and I'm here for you as an accountability, as your friend, as a guide to get out of that confusion, to make it crystal clear for you. Thank you.
Well, thank you so very much, and welcome to the program. Another newbie has just joined us, one of my dearest friends, Sabrina. How are you? Look at this. We've got someone in a cave, someone in a plane, and the rest of us are kind of in office areas, right? So, I think the rest of us need to step up our game a little bit. But yeah, Sabrina, please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. Hey, Mr. Zach. He's actually my brother. So I just missed my brother. Hi, Ella. How are you doing? I'm Sabrina, known as the Lifestyle Promoter. We help you look good and feel great as you explore the world. And Zach sent me a note and said, come network with us. And I'm like, okay. So I'm here to learn how we can support you, how we can help and collaborate.
That's fantastic. I'm glad to have you here. Sabrina has also co-written a couple books that she has done some donations. We've had artwork that we've been able to donate out to people as well. So she's actually got some artwork that are hanging in people's homes when they move out of like abusive relationships, we give them this artwork, and then that way they have something of their own. And it's really important to me to make sure that they understand that, you know what, someone in the community actually cares about them, and it gives them something to hang on their wall other than, just like a schedule or something. So, or yeah, so but it's wonderful artwork, and Sabrina, I greatly appreciate it. Terry is brand new as well, but I do want to share this with you. We are going to be doing this. I don't know if we're going to do it today. It's kind of up to you guys, but we have this wonderful little wheel here. And the way that we do this on the family networking is it's your choice. If you would like to take and donate $5, you can put the name of a nonprofit that you support in the pot. And at the end of the show, at the end of the event, we will spin the wheel, and wherever it lands, whoever is donated, the money will go to that organization. This is just a way for us to make an impact in the community and introduce all of us to people, to what people are really passionate about. I have put in my $5 for the Mission for Healthy Heroes, our 22-hour podcast, which is coming up next Saturday. So right now I'm the only one on here. That's not trying to guilt anybody else into doing it, but Z's going to put he's going to put the link that you can just go to. Right now, I just ask you to use either PayPal or Venmo to send $5 if you'd like to do that. But then you give us the name of your organization. We'll put that in there, and hopefully your organization will win, or hopefully my organization will win, because we need the money too. So, but Terry, you are brand new to our group. Thank you for joining us, Miss Blue Jeans and Berries. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
You, Zach, and I apologize for being late. I had you on my calendar, but then I didn't have the Zoom link, so that was a little difficult. Hello, everybody. I know some of you on this already, so that's kind of cool. I'm Terry Thompson. I'm a holistic health and nutrition coach here to help keep people happy and healthy.
Well, thank you very much. Terry is also, along with Holly, Santa, and Mr. Z, they are all part of the Community Pay It Forward program as well. So anytime that you make a purchase with them, they give back to a cause. So that's just something that I really like to promote, because, well, it's part of what we do. So, Holly, I love seeing you twice in one day.
I know you do. And look, I'm wearing the same pajamas that I was wearing this morning.
You know what?
Isn't that beautiful?
I'm wearing the same clothes too, but I'm in my basement office and it is cold as hell down here, so I throw on my sweatshirt.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we live in Colorado. It's cold.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
always cold. Okay, I'm just introducing myself, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Holly Miller. I am a certified Reset It specialist. I help people recognize the subconscious programming that does not belong to them. And I use neuroscience and quantum physics to help people learn to listen to their body, to understand what belongs to their body and what doesn't. I help teach them how to just believe in what their body tells them. And then I teach them a very simple step on how to reset that so that they're no longer sitting in the programs from society, the programs from their parents, the programs from their past trauma, the programs from their third grade teacher. In essence, I help people get back to who they really, really are. If you can think back to when you were 3 and 4 years old, when you didn't care if your hair was a mess or your socks were mismatched, or, if your best friend was the kid that you just met 30 seconds ago on the playground, it's all about becoming back to who we are without all of the noise and the BS that society and everything else tells you you're supposed to be. And I can totally resonate with everything that everybody else has talked about today. I'm all about that health span. And, I still teach natural health and wellness, so that's part of what I do too. But my passion right now really lies in helping people heal. And my biggest audience is women that have had sexual abuse. And so I really love to work one-on-one with women with sexual trauma. And so if you know anybody, or if you have spinning, recurring thoughts going on in your brain that you know your body's telling you doesn't belong to you, reach out. Let's see if I can help teach you how to do that.
It is a wonderful program. I've taken part in the program myself, and it's very easy, very clear, and it doesn't take a lot of time, does it, Holly?
No, it's 2 90-minute sessions.
Yep.
I used to have a 3-month, 12-week coaching program, and this has completely replaced it, and it works a lot better and it's faster. And I'm not putting my programs of my BS onto my clients.
Yep. Well, I know, like I said, I've taken it, I've done it, and I thought it was fantastic. And Terry, who would you like donated to?
I think we'll do the Lori Landine Foundation today.
All right. So Terry has donated $5. $5. I speak for a living. And for Lori Landine.
You pretend hard
So,
anyway.
yeah. So Santa, tell us about you and tell us about how you can become Santa approved.
Well, folks, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. It's a little chilly in Minnesota, but that's what Minnesota is all about, you know. So, hey, like Zach said, I have many different programs, but you know, I had a good session with someone this afternoon, and I said, you know, I do a daily video every day, not to sell, but to promote happiness, to promote positivity, to promote. Yeah, I'm like Zach. My name's Zach, and I'm just learning to speak today. You know, creating positive, think positive. The world's an ugly place out there, and we need more happiness. We need more joyfulness. So I do a video every day, and they said, well, why do you do that? It's because the world bombards us with ugly thoughts, you know, way too much. So, you know, that's one of the things I do, but I create happy, joyful, positive videos for families and businesses. And one of the things I do, and Zach got one of these at Christmas time, I create custom stories for families. Now, can you imagine all the kids gathered around, the grandchildren gathered around, and I'm reading a story to the family, and I say their names in the story that I'm reading. Talk about creating a wonderful memory, not only for the kids, but for the families. So yes, I've got a lot of different things. And yes, Zach is Santa approved. It's an interesting program that started out as a giggle and a joke, but you know, I've filed to the government to get that trademarked, and I've got that well underway. And I believe I got a letter that said I got it. So I'm excited about that. But you know, I'm creating a whole new networking area, a workshop of people that believe in Christmas, believe in Santa, that want to believe in happy thoughts and positive thoughts by being Santa approved. Now, you know, it's not going to break your bank, and we're going to have fun with it. And of course, there's some simple questions that, you know, we had to eliminate, like the lawyers. Yeah, we don't want lawyers, you know, but we want happy, joyful, positive people to be involved. And we're having fun with it. So, you know, you want to chat about it, you want to learn more about it, hit me, give me a message, and I'll be more than happy to chat with you about it. So there you go, Zach, back to you. Oh, and, you know, Holly, I sort of was giggling when you were explaining way back when, you know, we were younger. That would say like when Zach had hair and, you know, I had hair, you know, sort of thing. Had to throw that in.
Here we go with the bald man jokes. This is
Hey,
great.
I'm there too, but
Look, I just no longer have a 4 head. I have an 8 head. All right.
there you go.
So, but by the way, you can find Papa's Papa Santa John, his information, or most of our information. If you go to that Our Family Business circle, you go to that document that's in the chat, and you can find the information for everyone that's in there. If you want to become an editor of that, you can just place your own information. If anything ever changes, you can change your own information. This is a place where we don't have to we don't have to blast up the chat. Okay, you can put your full sales pitch in there, and that way people can really get to know who you are. Let them know everything about you. Put all of your social media links in there. Make sure that people can get a hold of you. I wanted to do that instead of us just putting the small blurb that, might tell somebody something about you. I like telling everything about you. So I wanted to do it that way,
We
make it a
don't
little
have that
bit
much
different.
time.
So, Holly, who did you want to donate to?
I had to find that button.
Mm.
I want to donate to Healing Hands Foundation.
Okay.
And
So-
I filled out that form that Mr. Z popped up there. So
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I can't see it right now. So, but
Yeah.
Healing Hands.
yeah.
So we've got 3 organizations right now. So, Mr. Z,
Wow,
it is
thank you.
you, mon ami.
Wow, I thought the Sparrow would go next, but thank you, Zach, and for everyone for having me here. Hello, world. My name is Z, or you can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer, and I am also a consultant from Z World Webs. I currently have a program for nonprofits called Z World Cares. And again, that's Z World Cares, where it allows nonprofits to accept donations, share their success stories, and of course, show Z World that you care. If you'd like to learn more, please visit www.zworldcares.org. Back to you, man. Brother,
All
man.
right. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
one of the things that we are doing is if when you become a mission partner with Community Pay It Forward, you're also going to be added to Z World Cares. So this is just trying to help spread the words of nonprofits, because we all know every single one of us has dealt with a nonprofit that we wish would have more vision, more eyes on them. And that's really what we're all trying to do here. So, my name
Thank you.
is Zach. And I do just want to talk to you all about next Saturday. Next Saturday, I have my 4th annual 22-hour podcast on veteran and hero suicide and mental health. I'm going to be sitting right in this chair, punishing my floor for 22 hours as we talk about how the things that we can do to make lives better for someone else. Where it might be a good thing for me being in a kumbaya circle, it may not work for you. Holly's treatments may be perfect for somebody, but they're not going to be perfect for everybody. Psilocybin might be great for one person, but it's not going to register with someone else. Our goal is to make sure that we throw everything out there, because as I said earlier, if we never shut up, somebody's going to accidentally hear what we're saying, and it's going to change their life forever. So that's the whole goal of this. We're going to talk for 22 hours, and we are going to give our heroes and our veterans the respect that they so richly deserve. They've done things that we don't do for us. It's time that we give back to them. One of the things that we're going to do after a breakout room is we are going to take in, and every single person is going to have just a minute or two to where they can go on ahead and give a moment of thanks or something to heroes, to veterans, to whatever. Just say something to them, because this segment is also going to play on the 22-hour program, because we really want to grow this and we want people to come and join us every week. So, Kurt, are you with us, or are we just going to look at a blue screen? Which the blue screen looks better, let's be honest here, but He's here in spirit,
Maybe.
maybe. Yeah, something like that. So, all right. So now, we're going to try to do this. And you know what, Z, the one thing we talked about, I have no idea how to even do breakout rooms.
I'm
So,
tapping into the spirit right now.
yeah. So, uh, who can start a collaboration? No, that's probably not it. How do you do breakout rooms, man?
There might be an option in the bottom right corner that says breakout rooms, and there's 4 boxes. Sometimes it might be enabled, maybe not.
You know what? This is a big enough room. We can just do a really quick breakout room. What are one thing, hey, Hale, what are some of the things that really affect you? And I know that I know a little bit about your background, and we're not going to get into that, but there are some certain things right now. What are some of the things that are affecting the way that you go about your day-to-day event that you wish you could make a change?
That's
Where you wish you could make a change, I guess. What would you like to focus on to maybe help someone out?
I could answer that in so many different ways, but the the main thing, I know that these electromagnetic phone and Zoom, they're all great because we get to connect from all around the world. But at the same time, it's really, believe me, I have a lot of protection, but it's still really draining to us as human beings. So I just love to be in nature and just speak in nature and be there and make a change as a community off of being so much the programming. There's a lot of programming, and that's where basically that's why I created this book, You're the Universe, the Master Creator, as we are the soul to cell to soul beings. And that's where it starts. The root of everything is just the emotion, the thought pattern, the programming that's in us. With that being said, so it's a little bit challenging to look at a thing rather than mostly it's on a different frequency level. It's all the thoughts that's been programmed way back without us knowing, the subconscious mind. So that's where the challenge is, because people are looking at it as a thing right now, there's something outside of us can heal us, can fix us, can bring that financial freedom. But everything is within us because we're all gods and goddesses. And for people to understand that is challenging, to know that you are the god and goddesses that is within you. And that programming has to just be changed.
Ollie, I would love to hear your opinion on what she just said because this is right down your training area.
Yeah, I resonate a lot with that. But I would add to that. And I would say your programming doesn't necessarily need to be changed. It needs to be taken out because we've been programmed all of these things, but it's not really who we are. And so it doesn't belong to you to begin with. So there's really nothing to quote change. It's just a different thought process, right? Saying the same exact thing, but just using different words. And so
it's like a reflection. We're in this universe, nothing is in existence, but we're part of this universe. I'm also a certified cell resonance quantum healing, which talks about, I think me and you, Holly, are on the same level, saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes. Because that's one of the method when I was at, even I lived a holistic lifestyle. I was athletic and all of that. But the one thing that got me bedridden was, that's a long story, but it got me out of bed was all because of reprogramming, taking them out, as you say. It's working with that, the chip, Have you guys seen Matrix? It's our reality, actually. Yes. Yes.
For sure.
So I agree with that. So that's where we are.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Would anything else, would anyone else like to add to that? I mean, I think this is a wonderful place. I think it's really right down where we're at and what we're trying to do here with this group. No. Terry, if there was something that you could do right now to help someone out, what would that be? Or maybe we can just go with this. Who could you help right now and who could help you?
This reprogramming conversation, because it's very similar to a conversation I had with a client a little bit ago about him reprogramming himself through his for reprogramming his eating habits, and eliminating the processed food, the foods that are created in factories and laboratories instead of in nature. So I love that. So and that's what I do, is I help people reprogram what they're doing in their day-to-day life. What are they putting in their body? What are they doing to move their body? How are they hydrating their body? So I kind of like that conversation. So what was the question again, Zach?
Question is what can you do right now to help someone? And what could someone do to help you?
Okay, well, what I can do to help someone is to help them become aware of the habits that are harming them and what habits they can change to help them. And I don't know, as far as what you can do to help me at this point. Just let me listen to everybody. I'm just, this is my first meeting, so I don't know what to expect from everybody here. But
our goal is just try to get to know each other and make sure that we're spreading as much positivity as we can. Sabrina, I'm going to ask you to go next, but first I want to bring up Alan and ask Alan to go on ahead and do us a favor, Alan, and give us a introduction to yourself.
Yes, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Happy, what did they say, Thursday to you all, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so honored to be here. Zach, you're always in my prayers, brother. That's why I got that behind me. My name is Alan Holmes from Southern California. Hello, Terry. Halia, Holly, I know you. Where's my Mr. Z? I saw him somewhere. Alan Holmes, Master Connector. I specialize in connecting business owners, whether they're home-based, storefront, entrepreneurs, dream makers, filmmakers, artists, musicians, health practitioners, and the everyday consumers. So in short, I call myself a human search engine. I love to collaborate, connect, and network, and slow the world down long enough to just say, check in on folks. I take care of my wife who has mental illness, or I call mental wellness, eradicating poverty in men, the health stigma, and educating on financial literacy, what I love doing. And of course, above all, making sure our veterans are not forgotten. So thank you for allowing me to be a part of your amazing panel.
Well, thank you for being here, Alan, as always. While we got you on here, Alan, what can you do to help people? And what can we do to help you?
Well, wow, you have no idea what it's been amazing. YourDestinyBeginsHere.com, the legendary and incomparable Mr. Z put that up together. He's been working with me on that. I actually have spots on there. It's kind of place your ads, is what I call it, sponsored ads. There's 3 different spots, but there's a special on there that is about resources that I'm specifically picking. And because I just put this together with Mrs. Z in the past couple of weeks, I want to offer something that you're the first to hear. I would love for you, each one of you, it's only 9 of you, give me a 1-pager, and I am going to put each one of you a 1-pager on there at no cost. And this will be the life of this website. And I only do that because I need help get the word out there, because I've had the honor and privilege of Halia, I love your plane, but oh my goodness, I had the honor and privilege of meeting a gentleman who has his own private jet company. And let's just say he allowed me, I talked my way into becoming an affiliate. Mr. Z knows about it. I put it, some great things. So I want to share that gift and love. And also let me know about veterans, because on the 22nd of February, I will be there to support you, Mr. Zach. And there's a lot of things happening. I'm going to close by saying this. This has been an incredible week. And thanks for letting me go on a little bit over, because I met a gentleman yesterday who's a film producer. Yes, a television producer, and he's worked 35 years in the television industry. And he said he's filming a movie in Joshua Tree somewhere near me, and he asked me to be a part in it. I threw me off. I said, "Huh?" He said, "Yes." I said, "What?" I didn't. I said yes, but I don't know. I'm gonna get back with them. But somewhere along the line, I'm gonna be yammering about all you lovely people here. I'll figure it out some way. Be careful what you ask for. The life has a way of bringing us together. So, family networking group, thank you, Zach, for putting this together and changing our lives. Mike, back to you, sir. Thank you.
I appreciate it. Well, thank you again. Sabrina, what can you do to change someone's life today, and what can we do to change yours?
You know what, guys? I'm so glad to be here. My iPad just had this big flash that said it's getting ready to shut down on me. Oh, and it's great to see you again, Mr. Allen. I'll go really, really quick because my iPad may cut us off. If so, know that I'm celebrating the Saturday event. I have a couple of veterans that I'd like to have participate or listen to the Saturday event that Brother Zach is doing. So Zach, let me know where, if you please, and then I'm going to forward it to other to things. I'm going to forward it to other vets that I know are having a challenge with suicide.
I will most definitely share it.
Okay, excellent, excellent. I'll send it to my sister and then she'll send it out. So helping other people. I had many women, many of you know that I traveled the world out of my own personal pain. I'm an executive problem solver as an enterprise architect and engineer. However, I would always solve their problems and I wouldn't take enough care of myself. So much so that my doctors were begging me to quit my job. I had a great doctor, because most doctors would not do that. And so I haven't had an opportunity to pivot. And now what we do is help others identify the need to reboot, re-energize, and relax. I have many women and many singles saying, Sabrina, we know you travel with God and your angels. We want to go with you. And I was like, oh, that sounds like work. We want to go with you. That sounds like more work. So this year, I've decided to do a special offer for those women who want to travel the world, or their husbands don't want to go and they want to see things, or their friends always opt out at the last minute, where they can go with me on an adventure this year and I can teach them my hacks. I know this works because I had the opportunity to sow into my little sister. She's really my cousin, but my little sister's life when she hit the big O. Was able to take her to Greece for almost a month, pay for it. We had so much fun. And then I watched her go back to Europe on her own twice. And I was like, yes, success. So that's what we're doing right now to help others, is to reboot and relax, because many of us do not take the breaks we need. Right, Mr. Allen? Mr. Allen and I talked for a long time on the phone once. I think it was 2 hours. And he brought up some really, really good points as well on why it's important for us to definitely reboot, because if we don't take care of ourselves, how are we going to help anybody else? So,
yep. That is very true. So, well, when you do cut off, Sabrina, it is great to see you as always. I am so glad that you're here, and I hope that you come again next month. So, I appreciate everyone being here. Holly, did I ask you the question? I don't believe I did. No. what can you do for someone right now, and what can someone do for you?
Well, I guess what I can do for someone right now is to give them a quick tip on how to listen to their body to decide whether or not a thought or a social media post or traffic or whatever it may be triggers you. So if there's something that triggers you, I want you to think about a situation the last time that you were triggered. I want you to think about what it was, and then I want you to listen to what your body tells you. So if you're scrolling Facebook and you see a post and you instantly want to keyboard warrior that stuff because they've said something that's upset you. The question is, do you feel it in your body? Do you feel it somewhere within your body? Your chest, your throat, your shoulders, maybe your teeth, wherever. Sometimes the bottoms of your feet, your back tightens. When that happens, that is your clue that that is a program or a conditioned belief or response that does not belong to you, and it's available to be reset. So become curious and question why you're feeling the way that you're feeling. And if you feel it in your body, it doesn't belong to you. I help people reset those. I give them the very simple tool. So that is my tip for you today on exactly how to listen to your body. It's the same way with food and everything else, right? And then how people can help me. Just keep doing and listen to yourself. That's how you're going to help me, because I want this world to heal. And it starts with one individual at a time. And so if you can heal yourself, that's helping the world, which in turn is helping me.
That is beautiful. Were you affected, Halai? Were you affected by the fires?
Yes, extremely. I live like 10 minutes away from it, and I grew up here, but I am always in divine order, whatever it is, it's worth meant to experience it. So yes, my uncle, who's like my everything, he thought he's going back home because he didn't get a notice. So he stepped out and he came literally nothing, not even a piece of paper, everything down to ashes, not even that. All my sentimental childhood memories, my friends, I grew up here. I came from Iran, Tehran, from another revolution that tore down our place, left us literally empty because my dad worked with the Shah back then. And so that was then revolution. We came to America when I was in 3rd grade, and I've seen a lot. I've been affected by a lot of close cousins, family, friends losing stuff. But the main thing is we got our soul, and that lives forever, and we go on. But yes, it does affect you when you're in the environment, but how you deal with it is again what Holly and myself speak about. It's just removing all that, because nothing is it's hard to grasp that, but nothing is real. It's just an illusion, and you just have to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
The master creators. But yes, it does affect when you're living on this planet, and that is what you see when you go outside and see ashes. Yes. So you
Yeah.
do get affected, and then you choose to move away and help out. And yes, so I've been supporting a lot of family members, a lot of cousins, and we've all been trying to help. Pots, pans, whatever we can.
Well, I'd love to talk to you, see if there's anything that we can do to try to help you out. So,
Thank you.
Santa, How do we help you? What can you do to help someone else right now? Other than just being the wonderful person you are, you
Well, I'm gonna
jolly
change.
fat man.
Well, thank you very kindly. I love you too. I'm going to change my background because we're going to talk a little bit about this. This is another website that is starting to get really excited about. It's called the Warriors Beacon of Hope. And, you know, I am compiling a nationwide list of services that help our veterans. Do you believe there's no nationwide list right now that is out there? But not only am I doing services, I'm doing meetings. Because, you know, I went actually searching the other day to see if I could find any meetings. I couldn't find any registered meetings. So that means you got to be a member of the club or a member of the organization, know someone that's in that group or organization to know whether they have meetings or not to support our veterans. And then the exciting part is page 3. Yes, there's a page 3. Scholarships. This time of year, people are starting to look for scholarships for their children going away to school in the fall. And I've had a few people say, man, your timing is absolutely perfect. But one lady who gave me the list said she spent hours and hours and hours looking for different scholarships and she couldn't find anything. Her kid went to school, and in the middle of October, she was having this conversation with someone else and said, I couldn't find anything. He says, oh, you're looking for the list. So he forwarded the list to her, and she forwarded it on to me. And I went, this has got to go on the website. This has got to be public information. This has got to be happy information that people look for. So there's a list of, yeah, I'm going to start working on it a little bit more, but I think there's about 90 different scholarships offered right there now for children of veterans, grandchildren of veterans. So just gives me another round of ammunition to help people find the site, what they're looking for, how I can support and how I can help veterans, because we all know that there's a lot of veterans out there hurting. And that's why that's one of the reasons why you're doing this on the 22nd. And I'm excited to be part of it. And, you know, if we all do a little bit, we're going to affect someone's life to the positive. And
That's
there has to be more of that. It can't be just, you know, a handful of people that, you know, say they're going to do this and that and support veterans. There's got to be more. And if we all throw our 2 cents worth in, maybe we'll be able to turn that curve. But it's going to be a long way to go yet. And we'll see what this can do.
Yep, I agree. And John, what can we do to help you?
Share my website with anybody that you know that has meetings or a veteran that has businesses or services that help veterans. You know, psychologists, doctors, not just businesses run by veterans, but how about the services that support our veterans?
Mhm.
And depending on where you are, what location you are, different services mean different things to different veterans. So my first goal is I'm giving away, the membership is $10 a month. I'm going to break everybody's bank. I'm giving the first 100 free to generate some traffic to the site. And then we'll get going after that. But my goal is to have 100 by the end of the month. And then 1,000 people, businesses signed up by the end of June. So, you know, anybody that runs businesses or runs services that help veterans, or clubs or organizations that have meetings, those who are the people that I want to be introduced to.
Alan,
Please and thank you.
you had a question.
I actually had a comment. Doctor Santa Papa, check your direct message, sir, and I'm going to put it in there for everybody as well. I was hearing you as you speak. Your wish is my command, sir. If you don't know
Got it.
Angela Nelson, that's who you can go to. It's every Monday. I'll be there.
I do
God
that
willing.
one.
Okay.
I do Angela's meeting every Monday. That's a great meeting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
thank
checking.
And then And then I think there's two of us here that do not know about Hale, about your networking. Can you explain your networking real quick and tell Terry and Holly? I don't know if you know about her networking, but it is very unique, very different, and I'd love for her to be able to invite you to come to this.
Thank you so much, Zach. It's on Tuesdays. It's 30 minutes, breakout room to breakout room, and that's all it is for 30 minutes. Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 12 to 12:30. So it's only 30 minutes. That's it.
And there is not a lot of time for the chatter that you get at a lot of networking things, that
Yeah, it's just
like
yeah,
you don't have a host filling your ears with a bunch of useless nonsense. No, you get in there and each person has about 1 minute to tell their thing, but you tell it 3 times in a 30-minute period. It's if
Like-
if you want the information, I can share that information with you.
Thank you. It's like speed dating, right? You just meet and connect later. And I handpick those like every week. I make sure like we bring new people and definitely with the old people. So we have a community of quality people and we keep a close eye. And if we have people telling us, because we got great connections, telling us certain things about some people that we don't know, we have great connection, but it's not in alignment, if like someone is constantly doing a hard sale or something and it's not in alignment with someone else, and then we ask nicely for them to be removed for the ethics, So if I, like, for example, it was very hard. We had to tell one person only out of all the sign not to come because I heard it from 4 different people saying the same thing. So we make sure it's a safe place for everyone. And we get a good crowd.
I took it well, though. Oh, no, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. So, Mr. Z, what can we do for you? What can you do for someone else?
Well, thank you, brother man. And if you're not coming back, then I'm not coming back. But I want to say thank you, Sergeant Major Allen, for the kind words, and from all of us here, if it's okay to say this, thank you for your service and your sacrifice while serving our great country. Really love the background that you have. Very patriotic, and thank you for what you're doing for this country and help us feel richer while master connecting, just like Mr. Zach here or Brother Zach here. What? I'm sorry. What was the first part of the question? What I can do for others?
Yeah, what can you do for others and what can others do to help you?
Just keep showing up. Just spread the word out there about what's really going on in this world that's broken. In some cases, there is a thing called human trafficking where young boys and girls are exposed to a lot of inhumane things, and there are certain lists that are not being exposed out there at the moment, but it's a real thing. Our veterans are getting the short end of the stick when it comes to health care, getting jobs, and all the things that they deserve to have when they come back home, either broken or as heroes as they should be seen as. And I commend everyone here for showing your support for our veterans. Even though I'm just a civilian who can't do much for our great country, but thanks to all of you here, Hale, Santa, Terry, Holly, Sergeant Major Allen, Kurt, and of course, you, Brother Zach, for reminding us that we need to come together as a community, because if we don't, then we can't do it alone. But thank you. And there's a lot of issues that are going on. Our planet is slowly dying as we speak due to pollution, deforestation. I was told by an oceanographer that 90% or almost more than 50% of our world's oxygens are coming from our oceans, and it's being filled with soda cans and unrecyclable items. They're able to find plastic bags in the Mariana Trench, and we need to clean up our oceans because we only have one planet, the last I checked. And there's a lack of research. I'm sure there's a lot of research, but there are no cures yet to certain things like Alzheimer's, not things, but there are certain cures that need to happen, like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, HIV, AIDS. I mean, I'm not going to get into the conspiracy side of things, but we need to find cures for all of this because certain organizations are profiting from other people's suffering. So we need to bring awareness to that. And how you can help me, just help all of us by joining the community Pay It Forward because we
No, I
can go
agree with
forward.
that. So, okay, everybody. Actually, Holly, you tell us if there's somebody out there that you would like to support. What we're going to do now, just let me share with you, and maybe we can hold off and we can do this next week with you or next month with
Yeah,
you.
because I only
But
have 5. I gotta go top of the hour for a meeting.
yeah, well, we're going to do this real quick, okay? But this is our sharing wheel, and what happens is if you've donated $5, as you can see, there's 3 of us who put our $5 in here, and we've got the Lori Landine Foundation, Healing Hands, and then I've got $5 going in for the Mission for Healthy Heroes,
There's,
and
I'm sorry, there's one problem with that because that's what they say when you know too much. I it's sad, but how do we know our money gets to them? For example, Blue Cross, did you know that they don't get it? There's a lot of stuff that we think they're getting it, and if you know from the inside, it's not getting to them because all these big people are taking control, and the people that are in need will not get it. In fact, at one of the companies I'm with, I don't know if you guys know about LifeWave, David Schmidt, he has built an Android. He can because he's almost a billionaire. He created an Android that he personally delivers to them because it's so sad and heartbreaking that they are not giving it to the people that are in need. That's the sad part. That's how I found out, and that's so hard for me to donate. I mean, I'm more than willing to help people. Like literally, I help people like in front of me if I see them. But I just want to make sure the right people get it because I've heard from the inside that they don't, and it's so sad.
yeah, the good news with this though is we all know, at least a good majority of us know Lori Landine for the Lori Landine Foundation. We know exactly what she does. We know her as a person. We know what she
Good.
uses the money
Okay.
for. Holly has a relationship with Healing Hands, and
Yeah,
I
Healing
am the
Hands, yeah.
one. Yeah, and I am the one who's running the Mission for Healthy Heroes. What we try to do is we try to take the smaller nonprofits or even the families. If you know a kid that's trying to raise money for a school or church program, you can nominate them up here. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to spend this, and then $15 is going to go somewhere. It doesn't, you know what, it's not going to make or break them, but it's going to help somebody today.
Yes, of
And
course.
yeah, by the end of the day,
Yeah.
I will have sent $15 to somebody, and we're going to know that it happened. So,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that's
As long as we know, that's the whole thing. It's like the person that is in divine right needs to get it. Yes, I'm all for that, and I'm big fan of Healing Hands. So yes, and I'm
so.
okay.
Yep. But
So
I
we
got to
got
do this right because Z and I found out for one of the coolest things. Okay, while I spin this wheel, you've got to listen because there's something very funny that happens with this wheel. Okay, but
okay.
here we go. Oh,
Way to go, yourself.
we love that little guy in there that goes.
That was cute. That was cute.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you so much. So Zach, go ahead and message me because I do have to hop off because of that the meeting.
yeah, that's fine. We're gonna go on ahead and I appreciate this. Thank you guys very much. I almost hate winning because it makes it look like I set it up. I did not set it up, honestly. But I will tell you this, it's gonna go a long way in doing what we're doing. So but thank you all very, very much. I will be playing this on the PAC channel as part of one of my podcasts, as I always do. And I will also send you a copy of this show you can continue to watch this. You can go back and watch it, and please make sure you download the file so you can make sure that you contact everybody. It looks to me like there's a lot of you guys that have a lot of synergy, and I hope that you guys are all able to talk. But I want to thank you all for being part of this. And Terry, it's great to see you again. I haven't seen you in a little while, but it's wonderful to see you again. So, but I do thank you all so very much for doing this.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you for putting it together.
Please come again next month.
And
Awesome. Will do.
real
Talk to
quick,
you soon,
real
brother.
quick question for you, Zach.
Yes.
You have something that to promote the Saturday veterans event? Do you have stuff you can send?
Yeah, I've got a couple things I can send you for
Perfect.
definitely.
Perfect. I've got a
Yeah.
few veterans in my life that they may not be suicidal or not, but they can always benefit, or they might have friends that.
Look, here's the thing. It's the ones that are not suicidal who can say things to the ones that are suicidal that can get them out of that place. And
Exactly.
again, the whole mission for this, Terry, is to get people talking. We need more people to use Santa's his program, talking about, putting those resources in one place that they can go. Mr. Z's program, putting them in one places where they can go and they can find the resources, because there's a lot of times that there was the story told, you never know what's in your area unless somebody tells you about it. And then all of a sudden you're like going, well, damn, how many white whales are out there writing checks to the big organizations because they don't understand what's right there in their area. And that's
Yep,
what we need to do,
absolutely.
is if we get together and we talk about what's right here, the person who thinks, well, I can't ever get healed because there's nothing out there that matches me, they have no idea what all is out there. And
Yes.
I found this out yesterday, and I did some research on it, and I can't wait to talk about it. Did you know that there is a therapy built around virtual reality?
Really
Yeah,
interesting.
really. And I'm learning a lot more about it. I'm going to put together a podcast for it on Monday, but I did one on psilocybin and another treatment last night. Wow, that's how well I pay attention to my own stuff. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is trying to go through and just come up with some of the pros and cons that a lot of like you say psilocybin to people, and there's some that are going to sit there and do the, get away from me with that drug stuff. Yet there's other people who are going to sit there and go, you don't understand how that slowed my brain down and made me be able to think. Where I'm not going to tell you whether it's good or not. That's not my job. My job is to tell you it's out there. How many people do we know who could actually use that slowing of their brain down, but they've never heard of psilocybin treatment? The goal of this show, Terry, this is being our 4th year, is just to make sure that people, one, get out there and tell people, hey, I love you. Thank you for doing what you do every day. Second off, it's to get people out there to understand that this is not a one size fits all. There are so many programs out there. You would be a perfect guest on the show because of what you do nutritional. You
Yeah.
know that you cannot be mentally healthy unless you're physically healthy.
Yep.
And during my motorcycle accident, I've said this thousands of times, I could not get into a good headspace because I was in so much pain, and nobody was listening to the pain. Nobody was listening to what was going on. And I was sitting there and I was hating everything about, everything around me because I was in pain. You cannot be a whole person unless you're treated like a whole person. So, there's nothing that people are doing that trying to improve someone's life that shouldn't be talked about, because that could be that little piece in their
Mhm.
life that they're struggling with. And, you know, this is the third time I'm bringing it up. We just never shut up, because that little piece could be something that, you know, if you're standing in a grocery line and somebody says something and you're like going, damn, I got to go check the mail. That's what we're trying to equate this to. Someone standing in line and they're like going, you know what? I'm not eating enough fruits and vegetables.
Yeah.
And if they wouldn't have heard you say it, they wouldn't have thought anything about it.
Yeah. And sometimes it's not what they're not eating, it's what they are eating that's could be harming their mental health. You know,
and
it's
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah, and you may know that, you know, eating a candy bar a day is you know, not great for your dental, but it'll also make your ass fat. Not that I know anything about any of that, or you know,
Your immune system, among other things. But yeah.
what was that that your husband sent you, the stuffed hot dog thing? You know, I mean, but there are so many people who,
Gotta run,
you know.
man. Talk to you soon.
All right, thank you, Papa. But there are so many things out there like that, Terry, that, you know, and that's the mission of this show. It's not out there to preach. It's not out there to do anything but say, we love you. We thank you. We respect you. No, I wasn't in the same situation you were in, but this is what happened to me. This is what I did. Maybe, you know, maybe not. But it gives them a chance to go, you know what? I don't think I'm going to go all this way, but I think I might try this because it did help him. And it sounds like something that would help me. We all know our own bodies.
Yeah, it's helping people make informed decisions, basically. You know, it's giving them the information so they can make an informed decision for themselves.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. For everybody on YouTube, I want to thank you very much for joining us, and join us again the second Wednesday of next month, or join us live. Come on and tell us about your experience. Come on and tell us, and hang out with us. We're just a group of friends trying to make a difference in the world. You saw the Wheel of Giving, and Mission for Healthy Heroes won the first one. I still feel guilty about that. But then again, I don't, because I'm working hard on it. So, but please do join us again. It's the second Thursday of every month at 6 East, 4 Mountain, 3 Pacific, which of course means 5 Central. But thank you, Terry, Alan,
Thank you.
Mr. Z. As always, we'll get this co-host thing figured out so you can deal with all that other stuff that I couldn't figure out what I was doing. And Kurt, thanks for letting us look at your logo all show. Yeah, joker. So, but I do appreciate it.